We had to have a boy speaker, a graduate, and all he's done, actually for a boy, it's interesting, he's whined, moaned, complained, sent us text messages, oh my goodness, I'm worried, I'm not sure how you're going to handle this, Albie, but I know, ladies and gentlemen, whatever he has to say, before he says one word, something, anything, something this kid says will not be boring and it won't be normal. Our graduate, Albie Moran, selected by the board to speak.
Hello, everyone. How's it going? Judy? How's your night, Judy? Is it? Okay. I was just wondering. Thanks to me? Oh, thank you. Okay, so when I received this phone call from Billy about a month ago, telling me that I was going to speak here, I was probably more petrified than anybody had ever been when they were told they were going to speak in front of hundreds of people. I didn't know what to do. All I could think about was a flashback back to 8th grade. And kind of an embarrassing moment. Saying that it didn't go well would be an understatement. My first public speech was a science project, and the topic was organisms. You all can probably think of how that went. During the speech, instead of saying the word organisms, I don't even think I have to say it, but you can go now. I proceeded to say the word orgasms. I got the little I at the end. So ever since then, my thoughts of speaking in public weren't great. If you don't know Billy, you know he doesn't really take no for an answer, so here I am. So after I got off the phone, I started thinking back to last year, and I kind of hit the realization that after hearing Jonathan's story, I really didn't have a story. I came from a wonderful family. I was raised by two of the best parents I could have ever asked for, who could not be here tonight because they had prior engagements with my sister who's getting married in December. And she led the way to college. She went to East Stroudsburg and she majored in education and special education. So she kind of set the way for me. So I sat here asking myself, you know, what does a guy like me have to share with everyone here tonight? And the only thing I could think about was a couple of stories of not giving up hope. You know, hope's a big deal. And having the belief that everything happens for a reason. I played sports my whole life. Football was my greatest passion. And at Phillipsburg High School, athletics was kind of everything. And anyone that went to Petersburg knows that if you're an athlete, you're treated differently. It's true. It's true. So here I am. I was never the best student. You know, I didn't always do my work. I slacked off. I just got by. Because I was a varsity athlete, I could just get by. So senior year, when I heard I was chosen as a B.E.S.T recipient, I was very surprised. I didn't think I earned the right to receive the scholarship aid. But being that I thought everything happens for a reason, I kind of just went with the flow. I chose Moravian College because of the chance that they gave me to be able to actually play football from the start. Rather than some of the other schools that recruited me, I wouldn't have played till a junior, sophomore, senior year, something like that. During my first semester as a college athlete, I thought it would kind of be the same as high school, a breeze. I found out really quickly that I was wrong. I actually was going to have to study and do some work at this place. I wasn't really used to doing that. And I ended up failing a class, and I was put on academic probation. It was a real big setback, and my first meeting with B.E.S.T, I felt like a complete failure. I was never really good at losing, and my aid was stopped for that semester. But the people at B.E.S.T, Judy, Billy, the whole organization, they really are the best. They believed in me, and because of their support, I got back on track. I started working hard. I brought my grades back up and regained my aid the next semester. Everything was going well, and I thought I was back in it until I hit yet another setback. The mentor that I chose in the beginning of this whole organization, this whole scholarship that I was given, dropped out of sight, and we kind of lost contact. So here I am, all alone. I had no one to really turn to. What was I going to do? Who was I going to go to? But as busy as Billy Staples is, you all know he goes out of his way to help anybody. And Billy, that's the truth. He agreed that he would fill in if ever I needed to talk to somebody, needed anything. If I needed to go to his house to do some homework, he was there. Gave me his number. He told me, come on over whenever you want. Here's my address. And so I did that whenever I needed to. But in those 2 years I didn't have a mentor, I kind of learned to mentor myself. I kind of learned to be a little bit independent and didn't really need that much help. And so my senior year, Judy contacted me and finally told me that someone wanted to be my mentor. And Kathy Daniels agreed to be my mentor. Again, at this point I didn't think I needed one because I was 2 years in without a mentor. But Kathy helped me more than I could have ever imagined, which is another reminder that everything happens for a reason. She encouraged me in every way and knew exactly what to say, when to say it, and how to help if I ever needed it. Now here I am, feeling pretty good about myself. I have a mentor, my grades are up, my senior year of college football athlete is about to start. But I get a letter a couple weeks before school starts and it tells me that I'm short on my tuition. At this point, my mother was unemployed, she was doing the best she could, my dad was doing his best to cover all the bills, he had just retired, and here I'm just a broke college kid, so I'm not paying for anything. But I'm short $500. Great, yet another setback. I don't know what to do. If I can't pay, I can't go back to school, no football, no diploma. I almost gave up hope. Out of nowhere, a couple days later, I get a phone call from an anonymous voice telling me that I shouldn't worry about it. My tuition had been paid off. An unsung hero, or an angel, or whatever you want to call it, came out of nowhere and personally took care of my bill. But he made me promise that I had to get good grades. If I got good grades, I would not have to worry about the pay. Without that random act, I would not be standing here today in front of all of you. So let's reiterate a little bit. I didn't have a bad childhood, or grow up alone, or live in a bad area. But every story I told you so far was either a bad one or some sort of setback, and I'll tell you why. I never gave up hope. And I always believe that everything happens for a reason. Those are the two best phrases I can leave with you all tonight. Throughout my 4 years at Moravian, I probably had more downs than up. But I believe that everything happens for a reason. Something bad happens so that something good can fall into place. If you never give up when the obstacles appear, you will always have hope for something good to come in and take its place. I never quit. I never gave up hope. And I never stopped. Because I knew that there was always a reason for what had happened, and I hoped that it would be okay in the end. And if it wasn't for my hope and belief, I wouldn't be standing here as a graduate from Moravian College. This has been my home for the past 4 years. It's where I recognize my passion of working with computers and also working with numbers in the field of accounting. It may be one of the only schools where you can create your own major, and I utilize that. Now, thanks to my self-designed computer science and accounting degree, I was hired as a full-time employee in my hometown of Peaburg for the Phillipsburg School District as a computer technician only a month after graduation. I also found out shortly after that I was hired to coach freshman football, and I've been doing that for a couple weeks now. So I get to sculpt the young lives where I once was. So I just want to say thank you to everyone who's had faith in me over the past couple of years. My family and friends, Billy and Judy, and the whole B.E.S.T organization. For all the students and everyone else, life is always going to throw obstacles at you. Just remember, when you guys are going up through college, to never lose hope. And to always believe that everything happens for a reason. Thank you.
When she came to meet the board, she wasn't just representing the area. Ladies and gentlemen, as a teenager, she won it for the state, the entire state of Pennsylvania, and then our country, and was picked to go international to represent her field for the entire world, not just our country, the United States of America. That girl's amazing. She was picked as one of the two speakers tonight, and fire away, it's your stage.
Hello everyone, I'm Kayla Toncik, and I'd like to start first off by saying thank you for coming out to our reception tonight and also for supporting B.E.S.T students every other day of the year. Before I start, I wanted to know who here likes donuts? Billy, what's your favorite type of donut?
Glaze.
Glaze?
And obviously I've eaten too many.
Well, my favorite donuts are the jelly-filled kind. But anyhow, I'm a recent graduate from Moravian College in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. There I earned my bachelor's degree in organizational behavior and leadership with a self-designed minor in public relations. I also studied and graduated from Northampton Community College in Bethlehem, where I earned my associate's degree in business administration. Like many people here, I'm sure, I didn't have an easy upbringing. I was never financially fortunate, nor was anything ever handed to me. I knew that if I wanted to attend post-secondary education, that it would be entirely on me. My college career was less than glamorous. Upon high school graduation, I was scheduled to compete internationally in an automotive refinishing competition. I earned this through 3 years of hard work and determination. It was not long before I realized that the people I thought were supporting me were really sabotaging my efforts. Long story short, I was unable to attend the competition in England. I was so determined to represent our country and all of the women in non-traditional careers. However, not attending made me realize how important it is to be your own hero and to never give up on what you believe in. After 2.5 trying years of college, I let my Dean's List GPA drop to a brutally less than desirable one. This moment is when I opened my heart to others who are willing to be there for me. A special, motivating woman, along with her dreams of helping others, became an influencer in my life. With threats of losing a large academically inclined scholarship, I humbly turned to B.E.S.T to help me regain the money with the promise of returning my efforts to produce respectable outcomes. I thought college was over for me. I quit. I thought I was out of chances. This is when B.E.S.T helped me regain money in academic scholarships through my college. Without the money and without these extraordinary people, I most certainly would not be standing up here today. I would not be on my way to helping others and making a difference in other people's lives. I am especially fortunate to have special people in my life. My grandfather raised me and shaped me into the person I am today. He offered me love, support, and he taught me that anything is possible with a little hard work and creativity. I know he would be more than proud of me on my college graduation. I believe that everyone has opportunities in their lives. Sometimes it takes a little faith and courage to seek your dreams. Sometimes you have to be weak and use the opportunity of vulnerability to realize what you're made of. Every condensed incident that I previously spoke about, good or bad, comprises my jelly. It's the stuff that's inside you, your core values and beliefs that are molded by others and events throughout your entire life. No matter how big of a bite that life tries to take out of you, it's important to never lose your jelly. Believe in yourself, help others, never compromise your beliefs and morals, and most importantly, never give up, because you'll figure it out. Thank you.